Hey everybody, welcome back to Sona Awareness. In today's video, I want to talk about narc roommates. So narcissists that are your roommates, whether you're cohabitating with them or you just roommates, they can be your family members, friends, co-workers, college mates, anybody. I know nowadays a lot of people use Craigslist to offer to rent out rooms, or an app called Airbnb, which I suggest that you guys be very careful, or because you could definitely run into a narcissist. I know nowadays, like, people need money, and if you have a home with the extra room or extra rooms in there, renting them out does seem like a good idea initially, unless you have a roommate that turns out to be a narcissist. So let's talk about it. Narcissists, first of all, one thing that you can never forget is that they are users. They use people. That's all they do. It's a big cycle of how they want to use you and abuse you. They can use you for, again, money, sex, just anything that they feel like you have access to, living quarters. Like I said, you rent out a room, anything that they can use you for, vehicle access, anything. They use people for a variety of reasons. And like I said, they are users. So if you do rent out living quarters for them, they're going to take it for granted because they're narcissists. They're going to blame shift and start just avoiding on paying the bills. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? Want to be past due with the bills, the rent, the mortgage, whatever, late on payments, because you're dependent on them and they're not responsible. They're very irresponsible, majority of them, when it comes to money. Mismanaging money. And a lot of people are trying to always figure out, like, if the narcissist, especially if they have a job, it's kind of like, what are they doing with their money? It really is hard to kind of like, it just blows a lot of people's mind to try to figure out, but you can't really figure it out unless you really look at their billing statements and their credit cards, because they really are just like 5-year-olds. Just imagine a 5-year-old having money. What are they going to do? Just buy things just because, go shopping all the time, just because, do whatever they want to do with their money, because they are pretty sure that they're going to be able to depend on somebody else for money. And if you're, excuse me, if you're sharing living quarters with them, they're probably going to be wanting to depend on you, whether you have kids with them or it's just a random roommate thing. They're going to even give you partial payments. Some of them, if your mortgage is $1,000, they're supposed to give you half of it. They may even give you like $200 and then promise that, their check was short this month, or they'll even lie to just avoid it and just kind of give you what they want to give you. They'll keep on making up excuses. They're very messy. They are very irresponsible, and they play a lot of games because they want to. They feel like they have this time thing in their mind. It's like, okay, I'll just need more time to figure this situation out. So they'll stall by giving you a little piece of the money, and then, telling you, they'll give you the rest on a certain date, and then they'll make up another excuse down the line, just to keep on stalling. They are something else. You can't trust them, and you should never. You got to be careful. I'm not saying you can't rent out rooms or roommate with anybody, but you got to be really, really, really careful out here, because it's a lot of narcissists out here. I don't know what's in the water, but narcissists are everywhere. So moving on, narcissists are also, they're very dirty. I've said this before, they're very dirty. They're going to downplay the value of wherever y'all living at. They're going to try to make it seem like maybe, all of a sudden it's not worth it. This place is, dirty anyway, or it's got mold, or I've been getting sick, or something, some type of reason or excuse just to avoid paying you. And they'll keep on going on and on and on with this narrative just to, they're kind of telling themselves most narcissists tell on themselves. They let you know where they're going with something. They let you know where they're going with something. They'll keep on making up excuses, avoiding it. Excuse me. And you have to understand very early on that they're trying to find a way to get out of this. Really, that's all it is. It's plain and simple. They're just trying to find a way to get out of this. They want to avoid the payment. They don't want the responsibility no more. They don't mind living there, kicking up their feet, taking their shoes off, sleeping or whatever, but they really want to avoid the payments and the responsibility. So they actually will leave you high and dry. Family member has done it to me. Pretty much I was paying the bills and they were supposed to be splitting it half and half because, somebody else is living there. So they pretty much just said that something happened with their job or they lost their job or something, but I'm still like, where's your last payment, paycheck at? They were like, I just don't have the money. So I end up actually losing that one apartment just because of them, because I was dependent on them. They were telling me they were going to give me the money. They were going to come, give me this and give me that. And I end up losing that apartment just because of them. So yeah, they will leave you high and dry. They'll end up moving out and you won't see your payment that they owe you or the money that they owe you for years and years because they are so selfish. They'll be then moved on, had several other jobs by the end, and you're still looking for your money if it's somebody that a family member or whatever that's not on your lease or whatever. So you have to be really careful because you'll never get your money. Like I said, their name is not on the lease. It'll be harder to fight. And narcissists, many of them are really they're really nasty. A lot of them leave clothing, dishes unwashed. They'll leave things everywhere, just unorganized. Because their lives are messy. They're unorganized. They're messy people. So they can't actually put things together in their personal lives. So they're messy. And it just reflects, it just shows how messy they are. They're dirty. Things are everywhere. Their brains are always trying, their brains are like Jello. They're always onto something else. They're always moving and jiggling. They always thinking about somebody else, the next person they can use, how they can figure out a situation. They just think so backwards, They're always thinking that it'll be another way out of something. It's always with them. It's always who I'm going to use next. Let me call this person, or let me be more friendly with these people. It's always some type of supply that they got to have. They always have to have supply. A lot of them have bad hygiene and many of them, some of them will steal. They will. Some of them will steal money. Some of them steal money. They'll steal things, items that you may know they're missing, or you may not even realize they're missing for a long time. And they'll even destroy your things, damage your property when they're angry. If you have to put them out of your place, if you have to kick them out, they will get angry and they'll destroy your things for revenge. So the thing is about them, you really got to be careful. I mean, if they won't leave your place, if you're in that situation where they won't leave your place, or they're giving you trouble, you're going to have to install some cameras, some private cameras, just so it can record some events. They got cameras now on Amazon. They have a alarm clock camera. They have a Bluetooth speaker camera on Amazon. This is 2019. So if you feel like they're giving you trouble, they won't leave your place, you don't know what to do next, you can definitely just get some cameras that don't even look like cameras. Yeah, they don't even look like cameras. They'll look like alarm clock. I have actually ordered that one. It looks like alarm clock, but it's actually a camera in there. All you got to do is switch the button and cut it on. It's recording. So yeah, that's the thing about, being in, now we got so much technology, so it's best to just go ahead and start getting them. I suggest that for anybody that's dealing with a narcissist, whether they're family members or they're coming over for the holidays. Just go ahead and set up a camera in the living room just to record because they are abusers. They are always saying hurtful things, being mean, and they will look through your things, steal your things, or move things around and mess with you, touch things that they're not supposed to touch. So I suggest that if you do have a narcissist that a roommate or whatever, just to get cameras in your house right now. I suggest that for anybody. And just for the most part, guys, just avoid letting people just move in without, especially without the proper paperwork. You know, strangers, just avoid it if you can, and just be very, very careful. And if you felt like the situation was a bad situation with the narcissist, you're gonna have to lock all doors, all your windows. Make sure they really leave, because a lot of them will return to come back to taunt you. They'll come back, they'll probably leave a window open or something, a window that you probably wouldn't even think about in the back of your home or something, and slide right in through there while you're at work or something. Narcissists are very sneaky. They're something else. They'll come back in there to probably get something that they feel like belong to them. They might argue, say, well, I helped buy this, I helped purchase this radio, so I'm taking this radio without your permission and come back up in your home when they're supposed to be out already. You cannot trust them. None of them can be trusted. They'll drain you financially and emotionally. They'll drain your resources. So you have to come up all together, just coming up with an exit strategy, and it's just very important. If whether you're married or anything, just coming up with a careful exit strategy with these narcissists, because they are very dangerous, and they will, try to have people locked up, arrested, and just lie on you just to get you back, because they're mad at you. They hate a united household. They'll create issues, punish other people just to target their anger. Even if it's a household with several people staying there, they'll divide people by just, they'll divide everybody by playing games, manipulating them. They're just creating supply. If they don't have no supply, they will create supply. They are really good at creating issues, creating drama. All of them, all narcs are abusive. All of them are abusers. They're energy vampires, as everybody calls them. Energy vampires. They're going to drain your energy. You're going to feel like, what in the world? This is not me. I'm not a negative person. Why do I feel why is my energy so low? Why do I feel like so bad after they're around me? I never feel this way. If you're normally an upbeat, pretty positive, pretty happy person, all of a sudden, every time you're around this person, you just feel horrible. It's because they're planting seeds in your mind. They're messing with you. They're very subtle and passive aggressive. So you may miss some of it, initially, until you start thinking about it like hours later or days later. You might be like, did they just say this, or did they just say that? That was weird. It made me feel weird. Well, yeah, that's what covert narcissists do. So altogether, everyone living with them, everybody, kids and all, everybody's going to be abused. Most people want a loving, stable, peaceful household. And, if you want that, you're going to have to get rid of the narcissist. So just be careful, guys. Avoid narc roommates, and just be careful if you are searching for a roommate or whatever. Just be careful, because it's a lot of narcissists out there, guys. So that's all I have. Reach out to me if you would like. I have been answering the comments, guys. Thank you for leaving the comments. I've been answering them. I think I answered most of them. So if I haven't, I'll continue to get back to you guys. And I want y'all to have a good day and keep spreading awareness.